Before colonisation, Sydney Harbour was full of native Angazi oyster reefs, but over time, due to overfishing and dredging, this species has slowly disappeared with only about 8% of the original reefs remaining today. Now, this native oyster species is set to make a comeback thanks to researchers who are examining the conditions which have allowed the remaining oyster reefs to survive. Anna Bugnot is leading a team of scientists from the University of Sydney who are conducting fieldwork at Port Hacking and various other places around the harbour with the hope of trying to find out what makes these reefs form and what kind of mechanisms are degrading those reefs. By taking sediment samples and making observations, they will hopefully be able to understand how these particular reefs have managed to survive and will use this information to reintroduce new Angazi oysters back into the harbour.
The final aim of this project in the long-term picture will be to form some oyster restoration efforts. So basically just understanding how they form and how they could degrade, you can potentially inform oyster restoration initiatives.
Christine Crawford is a senior research fellow from the University of Tasmania who has conducted similar research on the Angazi oyster in Tasmania. She says restoring this species is important due to the benefits that oysters bring to the ecosystem.
The main reasons for restoring reefs, one is to increase biodiversity that's largely been removed from estuaries, because the oyster reefs encourage lots of other invertebrate fauna, which then supply food for fish, so it just increases that whole biodiversity in estuaries. The other reason is improving water quality, and the third reason is that they can provide a shelter from rough seas, so they buffer rough seas coming in, so they're protecting the shoreline.
Oysters grow in single layers when you see them on seawalls or rocks around the water, but reefs like this one are made up of many layers of shells and creatures growing on top of each other. That's why Anna says it's important not only to understand how Angazi oysters grow naturally, but how they actually form a reef together.
There are not that many native oysters that form reefs like that. Sydney rock oyster is one, and also we know Sydney rock oyster grows, right? You see it around, not forming reefs, you see it around on rocky shores. So we're interested in what do they need, not necessarily to survive, but to form reefs. So what's the step? We know they survive, but why are they missing? Because right now the reefs are not recovering, these oyster reefs are not naturally recovering, so the remnant ones are staying there, they're not necessarily growing, or new reefs are not being created, even though dredging and fishing have stopped. So the question is why if they are surviving, we know they survive, why are they not forming those reefs?